Hey guys, Blue25
and R.a.m.
with episode 36 of Ranger Review. Today we have the Super Legends, Lord Zedd, and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Green Ranger. Thanks for waiting for a whole 2 weeks because of Archer's construction on his apartment, but we're back, so we have these two now. These were released during the Jungle Fury line. These were the spring toy line. These were called the chase figures that they had, and only about 10,000 of these were made. I mean, it's actually nice that these were kind of cool, and they actually represent Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The whole box art, as you guys can see from the back, is actually like the Alien Ranger box art.
Yeah.
With the triangle and all that.
Yeah, it's more reminiscent to Season 3 rather than Season 1.
But it's actually better because Season 1 box art wasn't really that good anyway, and so it had a nice design. And it even says, from the original series, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
And they use the original logo.
We have the Green Ranger, everyone's favorite Power Ranger. I gotta say, his details are actually one of the best for a Green Ranger at this time.
My favorite part of the detail is the boots.
The boots are really nice. They actually look like real boots.
Because remember in the original 8-inch figures that came with Season 1, they really didn't look that well. They were all bulky, muscly. Even the girls look muscly.
The girls had like a big chest.
Yeah, so like these, they're actually beautifully accurate.
I was hoping that they would make more of these because these are actually really nice. And as you can see right now, I have him without the shield because he actually looks like a real Ranger without a shield.
Again, back in Season 1 figurines, his chest wasn't painted in. It was just a shield to cover it up.
Yeah, this time we actually have a nice painted one. Articulation-wise, his feet does rotate 360 and bend, so you can pose him pretty well. He's a good poser.
He actually has a sheath for the Dragon's dagger, because back in Season 1 figurines, they didn't have anything. It would just stick on his hand.
Yeah, back in the days, the core 5 Rangers had the gun holder, and now with this time we have a dragon dagger holder.
Yeah.
The noticeable features is that he's actually not that muscular like we have gotten in the past of Rangers. A lot of the male Rangers are always muscular, very bulky. He's actually not. His arm does move 360, which is really awesome. I love that about him. And he's really cool looking. Even his head moves, but he can't move up and down a little, but the head detail sculpture is really excellent. Alright, and of course he has a shield. Now, this shield is actually different from the core original ones. Back in the MMPR days, we have a clip-on shield, which was 2 pieces.
It would fall off.
It would fall off a lot, and especially even the 8-inch figure, it was really, really horrible because I had to glue mine because I was like, I'm not using this thing anymore. But otherwise, his shield is actually really nice. It's not a clip-on, so it's absolutely perfect.
It just slides on.
It just slides on. There's 2 little pegs right here, and there's 2 pegs in here. All you gotta do is just slip it in.
And it does have the divider in the back where it actually splits where the zipper actually splits too.
Yeah, so that's a
good detail. So it does match the shell.
And we just clip him on the back. And you have His Highness the Green Ranger in his shield mode. Now this, I gotta say, looks absolutely even better.
They even have the armbands.
The armbands, it makes it even more better. Now the dagger, even though it's not painted, I really like the details on the dagger. It actually makes it look like a real dragon dagger. It has a dragon symbol on it. Everything is just perfect for him. It doesn't really take much to hold him with, but he's actually really nice. I wish the dagger was maybe a tiny inch longer, but other than that, he's actually a really cool figure. Now, back in the days when he was released, people were bidding like $180 and up just for him because people weren't patient enough to wait. Because the West is mostly always the West Coast gets the new wave, then the East Coast all the way to the East Coast. I waited about a month or 2 after they released, and I found him really easy to find. What's funny is that after Jungle Fury Twilight ended, the Toys R Us in Times Square, the biggest one in New York City, they randomly had him on display. I was like, what the heck was that? It was really strange. But yeah, he's actually a really cool figure.
The only thing I don't like on him is the Power Morpher is not painted in.
The dragon, the gold morpher isn't painted. It's just random pieces of gold. Now there is something funny about the Green Ranger is that some of the releases they did not paint him right. The mouthpiece, they left them not painted. So a few people actually have the non-painted mouthpiece of the Green Ranger. I wouldn't say it's really rare, but more like a manufacturer error for not painting it. But so here we have the second chase figure of the toy line for Jungle Fury, the Lord Zedd. Now this Lord Zedd, I gotta say, he looks badass. He really does.
Yeah, he's far more detailed compared to the original.
Compared to the original ones, he was they were too big. His head was too small. The only complaint I have is that they didn't really finish painting the back, but
Yeah.
I'll give him props for painting him looking like the Lord Zedd now. This is actually one of the decent Lord Zeds we have. The only difference is that he can't move his arms or legs around 360 like the Green Ranger does, but he still can do some good posing here and there. You know, it's actually a nice Lord Zedd to have.
Although I would have liked to have his visor a little bit more redder and actually have the moisture stains on it. It just looks plain.
But
other than that,
he's actually pretty cool. He does turn his head just like Green Ranger, so that's really nice. And of course we have his Lord Zedd staff. Now the only thing is that this is actually a really nice size staff. The only complaint is that they don't have the trident.
The bottom part.
It's supposed to be a small triangle on the bottom, but they really didn't do it because of safety hazards. Back in the days, we didn't have that much, but now we do, so yeah. But I gotta say that this staff is actually a good size for Lord Zedd staff. Although I wish you can turn them like Green Ranger does, but I'll give the benefit of the doubt that we still got these chase figures, so I'm happy with them. The back of the box art, you guys can see the Rangers of the Jungle Fury line. They actually say a little story about the Super Legends. It says that now you have the opportunity to collect the 2 great action figures from the original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger series. It shows the Green Ranger and Lord Zedd. I gotta say, the box art is actually works with the line. The funny thing is that you can actually spot these figures really easily because one, Jungle Fury had the orangish kind of back, and these were green, so boom, you could tell they were Super Legends. I gotta say that these figures are nice. They do have nice articulation and they have really nice paint details. It's unbelievable that Band actually did something good for the collectors. The only sad part is that they discontinued the line now. r.a.m was the last time we got the Super Legends. If you guys have them, go for them. If you don't, try to find them because they're pretty cheap on eBay once in a while. But
plus their scale is actually very good.
And the scale is actually nice to a Megazord size, so they actually work. I gotta say that a lot of people back in our original video, people were asking me, how did I find these? Where did I find these? You found them at Toys R Us, Walmart, Target, the most common places to find them. You can't find them anywhere else. I mean, nowadays, if you're lucky to find them, then, you know, good for you, but if you can't, then... But join us next week for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2010, Green Ranger, Lord, and White Ranger, and the Wave 2 figurines. If you come subscribe, we'll see you next week. They really know, I mean...
That's what I didn't want to happen.
Whatever.
They don't stand that well. Although I prefer actually the Season 1's white color for the weapons rather than the gray.
But I still like it this better.